Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we'll be talking about how relationships currently work in Bannerlord as of 1.5.4, and how to gain relationships, how to do all that, and what are the benefits, right? So this is going to be more of a listening video. There is going to be stuff on the screen, but pretty much for the most part, you could put this on in the background. You won't really miss much. But if you do want to read along, I have a script like always. Everything that I say, all links that are stated in this video, they're all going to be down below for you guys to save it for later, read along, whatever you want to do, right? So let's get right into it. So there are two relations that you can have in the world that give you a good advantage. First is relationships with notables or nobles, and second is relationship with lords. Those are the two most important relationships you can have right now. Now, let's first talk about relationships with nobles and why they are important. So the first reason is the higher relationships you have with a noble or notable, which are the people who are in villages and in towns, is that you have more troops that you can recruit from because more recruitment slots will be open. Now, also, AI lords and companions in game currently have a cheat that helps them recruit more than the player. So let's say the player has 3 slots open in, let's say, a town or a village, right, for one of the nobles. All other friendly AI and also enemy AI, they will have one more slot open on top of what the player has. So if the player has 3 slots open, the AI has 4 slots open. And this was confirmed by a developer that this is how they did it, just so, you know, the numbers could stay up pretty much on the AI and they could keep getting back into the fight. Kind of make it fair, right? Now, how do we gain relationships with nobles? Because we obviously want more recruitment slots. First is quests. Now this will take up your time, but the relationship increase is a good amount to kind of make it worth your time. And also you can target what noble you want to increase relationships with because you can choose the quest giver that you obviously want to start a quest with, right? Second is pretty much making companion parties and sending them out into the world to just roam around and do stuff by themselves. This is a passive gain and you don't have to do any work for it. The companions will pretty much do some quests along the way, and you will gain relationships at random points. Only thing you really have to do is set up the party, but you can also just set it up with 0 units and just the companion. The downfall is you can't choose whose relationship will increase. It's very, very random. Third way is to get rid of bandit camps. So pretty much the hideouts. Once those are cleared, all towns and villages nearby, all the nobles in those towns and villages will receive a bonus in relationship to you because obviously you help them out and less villagers will be attacked. This option can only be done so many times. Hideouts do respawn over time, but not fast enough to make this a viable thing to just do, right? Out of all the stuff that you can do, right? And now, fourth and last is pretty much to help villagers and caravans that are being attacked. This will give you a relationship with the owner's clan of the town of the village that the party is from, and also the nobles that are in the town or village. For example, helping villagers of village ABC will give relationships with all the nobles in village ABC, and also the owner clan of that village. So let's say that village is paired up with a castle. The owner of that castle, whatever clan that is, that's who you're going to get relationships with. Or if it's attached to a town, same thing. So this option is rare and usually ends really quickly, but I suggest you keep an eye on it, and whenever you do see the opportunity to help, go help. There's a lot of huge relationship boosts that you can get with a lot of different people at the same time. Now, I personally prefer the second option of companions because I'd rather be doing something else than quests. And I also prefer the fourth way because it does give a lot of relationship. It's a very big boost. But again, it's up to you. Those are the 4 ways you can do it. There's pros and cons that I listed below in the description if you guys want to go check that out again, but that's what I would prefer. Now, moving past nobles, let's move on to lords. So there are actually a good number of positives that having a good relationships grants to the player. So let's go over them. So first is less influence cost while calling a lord to your army, which is kind of big late game when you do need bigger armies and you need to call them more frequently. So that's very good. Then we have less money or none at all when asking your lord to join your kingdom. So if they have very, very good relationships with you, there's a big chance they don't want anything because, you know, they like you as obviously, what do you call it? As a respective lord. or they're going to ask for a really small amount of money, and that's also very good, right? Next we have is they vote for you when you are the candidate for a new capture settlement. They're going to vote for you more than usual if they do like you. And also they're going to support your proposals with higher probability, pretty much for policies, peace, or even like the whole capture settlement vote. Now, those are the ways they help, and those are very good ways. But how do we gain relationship with lords? It's very simple. It's almost the same as nobles, but there's a few additions. So the ways that they are similar is lords also have quests. So you can either do the quest or your companions will do it passively. So you can either choose, obviously like we went over in the nobles situation. Now, the way that they are different, instead of helping villagers or caravans, what you need to do is you need to help the lord's party in a fight. It doesn't matter if the lord is winning or losing, helping in a fight or a siege will grant relationships with that lord, or multiple lords if you help a fight with multiple lords. Now, second different way is to trade with the lord. Either if you actually trade items back and forth, or just give the lord some more dinars, your relationship will go up, and also your charm skill. So keep that in mind. Now, in terms of late game, you gain relationships with lords who join you. They get a huge boost upon joining, and once joined, you actually have an option in the clans tab where you can pretty much trade 50 influence for +2 relationships with any clan and lords that you have in your kingdom. So unlike the nobles way of getting relations, I suggest you do all of the ones I listed for the lords because lord relationships are very, very important. And last thing I do want to add to this video is when it comes to lords and you do want to execute some of them, right now currently in the game the devs have confirmed that killing any lord pretty much gives you random reputation with random lords across the map. There's no like calculation for it. It's literally 5 or 6 random lords right now. So if you do want to have a good relationship with lords, I suggest you don't go and chop anyone. But that will pretty much do it for the video. Also, I do have a video on how you can convert your game to any other patch released or to the current patch if you are having problems. The video is very short and simple, and the link will be down below. Also, I did start a Patreon, and it's nothing crazy. I'm using it for basic support. There's no paywalling. My content will always be free. It's just another way if you want to support me and what I do further. Check it out. The link will be down below as well. Also, I created a playlist which pretty much holds a lot of different tutorials from a lot of different creators, me included. And I'm going to keep trying to update that and keep that up to date. And that will be linked down below as well. So if you want more tutorials like this or from different creators on pretty much all different aspects of the game, whether it's, the campaign, multiplayer, modding tools, all that stuff, there's all those type of videos in that playlist. So that will be linked down below as well. And like always, hopefully this video was informative. Ask me any questions, any concerns. I have a lot more videos to come and a lot more ideas. So yeah, like always, stay safe.